In the journey of twin flames, there is a profound beauty that many people speak about: the feeling of finally finding the other half of your soul, the deep recognition in another's eyes, the sense of home. Yet, what often remains hidden behind the dream of union is the path itself, a road paved with lessons, trials, and deep inner work. It is easy to assume that once we meet our twin flame, everything will instantly fall into place. But the truth is, this union demands that both souls rise into the highest version of themselves. It is a sacred journey that refines, burns, and ultimately transforms. Before the blissful union can fully blossom, every twin flame pair must pass through several powerful tests. These are not punishments, nor are they cruel hurdles placed by some external force. Rather, they are opportunities. Each test shapes the soul, prepares the heart, and strengthens the bond between the twins on a spiritual level. These trials purify the connection, helping both individuals shed their illusions, heal old wounds, and awaken to true, unconditional love. Today, we want to walk you through these 7 important tests. As we look at each one, remember that feeling challenged on this path is not a sign of failure. It is a sign that your union is being crafted into something unbreakable, eternal, and sacred. Let's begin. Shop number 1, the test of self-love. The first test on the twin flame journey is the test of self-love. It seems almost paradoxical, doesn't it? Meeting the love of your soul, and yet the first thing you must do is turn inward toward yourself. But this is the foundation. Without true self-love, twin flame relationships can quickly turn into codependency, jealousy, or obsession, all shadows that block the light of true union. Self-love, in this context, isn't simply about pampering oneself or speaking affirmations in the mirror, although those can be part of it. It is about fully accepting who you are, your flaws, your past mistakes, your vulnerabilities, and your strengths. It means meeting yourself without judgment and nurturing your own heart without expecting another to heal or complete you. Often, the twin flame connection mirrors back all the areas where we still withhold love from ourselves. Perhaps old wounds from childhood resurface, moments when we felt abandoned, unworthy, or unseen. The connection with your twin will bring all of that to the surface, not to punish you, but to help you recognize where love still needs to be poured. The path through this test involves building a consistent, loving relationship with yourself. It means setting boundaries where necessary, choosing to walk away from what no longer serves your soul, and forgiving yourself for all the ways you have betrayed or neglected your own needs. It requires you to become your own safe haven before you can fully become a safe space for your twin. You might find yourself drawn to practices that nurture your inner world, spending time in nature, journaling, creating art, or simply sitting quietly and listening to the whispers of your own heart. As you pour love into yourself, your vibration rises, and the union with your twin moves closer into alignment. Self-love is not selfish. It is sacred. It lays the bedrock upon which everything else is built. Number 2, the test of patience and timing. One of the most challenging tests twin flames face is patience. When you feel that deep soul recognition, the longing to unite fully can be overwhelming. Every cell in your body seems to cry out for togetherness. Yet, very often, the timing is not yet right. There may be karmic cycles that need closing, emotional healing that must occur, or life lessons that need completion before full reunion can happen. It is in these periods of separation or delay that patience is truly tested. Doubts creep in. Fear tries to take hold. The mind races with questions. Why aren't we together yet? Did I imagine it all? What if it never happens? The key is to understand that divine timing is at play. Twin flame unions are orchestrated at a soul level, not by human will. Trusting in divine timing requires surrender, not passive waiting, but active trust. It means continuing to live your life with fullness, pursuing your passions, growing your spirit, and holding faith in your heart even when you cannot see immediate proof. It asks you to trust the invisible threads weaving your destiny together. During this test, staying grounded is vital. Practicing mindfulness, breathing through moments of anxiety, and redirecting your energy into your own soul work can make the waiting period feel less like a painful pause and more like a sacred preparation. Your twin is not your destination. Your own growth is. And as you walk your path with trust, you naturally align with your reunion without forcing it. The heart that can wait with faith is the heart that will one day rejoice in a love that was always destined. Number 3, the test of trust. Trust is the lifeblood of the twin flame journey. Without it, the connection withers under the weight of fear and suspicion. Yet, trust is often the very thing that twin flames must painstakingly build, especially when old wounds of betrayal, abandonment, or rejection resurface. The intensity of the twin flame bond can feel almost unbearable at times. It is easy to project past pains onto your twin, to assume that because someone else hurt you, your twin will too. It's natural to seek reassurance, to look for proof that the love is real, that it will last. But real trust is not born from constant seeking. It is a quiet, inner knowing that anchors you even when external circumstances seem uncertain. This test asks you to trust your own soul, your own intuition, and the sacred contract you made with your twin long before you incarnated into this lifetime. It means believing in the bond even when challenges arise, even when separation occurs, even when doubts whisper. Building this level of trust requires inner stability. It helps to connect regularly with your higher self, the wise and eternal part of you that remembers the truth of your connection. Meditation, visualization, and connecting with your heart space can strengthen this inner knowing. It also requires letting go of the need to control. Trust flows when you stop trying to micromanage the journey and instead surrender to its divine unfolding. When you trust the bond, you allow your twin the space to grow, heal, and find their way back to you without pressure. Trust turns the journey into a sacred dance rather than a desperate chase. Number 4, the test of letting go. One of the most paradoxical tests on the twin flame journey is the test of letting go. It feels counterintuitive. If you have found your soul's other half, why would you ever let them go? Yet, true love, especially on the twin flame path, is not about clinging. It is about freedom. Letting go does not mean giving up on the connection or abandoning hope. It means releasing the attachment to how and when the union must happen. It means loosening the grip of expectations, demands, and the mental images of what the relationship should look like. Often, twin flames go through periods of separation where one or both individuals need to pursue their individual growth. This can be deeply painful, but it is necessary. Without letting go, the connection can become strained, heavy, or even toxic, burdened by fear and possessiveness. The process of letting go teaches trust on a deeper level. It invites you to root your happiness and peace not in your twin's presence, but in your own being. It helps you realize that love is not about holding someone tight out of fear. It's about loving so purely that you give them the freedom to choose you fully. When you let go, you allow the connection to breathe, to evolve naturally. You show your twin and yourself that your love is unconditional, that you love them even without guarantees, even without needing to possess them. Letting go often feels like death before it feels like rebirth. There can be grief, sorrow, and fear. But on the other side of surrender lies a love more powerful than anything attachment could ever create. Number 5, the test of inner shadows. Meeting your twin flame is like standing in front of a mirror that reflects not only your light, but also your shadows. Every insecurity, every unresolved wound, every hidden fear comes into sharp focus. This is not because your twin wants to hurt you. It is because the connection is so pure that it cannot coexist with illusion. The test of inner shadows requires deep, honest self-reflection. It is tempting to blame your twin for triggering your pain, but the true work lies in owning your own healing. When anger, jealousy, fear, or unworthiness arise, it is not your twin's job to fix it. It is your invitation to heal it within yourself. This phase can feel tumultuous. You might find old traumas resurfacing, emotions you thought you had long buried coming to the surface. It can feel overwhelming, but it is also an extraordinary opportunity for transformation. Facing your shadows with compassion is key. Instead of judging yourself for feeling angry or afraid, meet those emotions with love. Understand that they are parts of you that were wounded and now seek healing. Healing your inner shadows might involve therapy, energy healing, breathwork, or simply the courage to sit with your feelings instead of running from them. It requires patience, gentleness, and unwavering self-honesty. As you integrate your shadows, you clear the path for deeper union. You become more whole within yourself, and as a result, You become capable of meeting your twin not from a place of wounded need, but from a place of empowered love. Number 6, the test of forgiveness. No twin flame journey is without hurt. Even with the deepest love between you, misunderstandings, mistakes, and even separations can cause pain. The test of forgiveness is crucial, for without it, resentment and bitterness can slowly erode the sacred bond. Forgiveness is not about excusing harmful behavior or allowing yourself to be mistreated. It is about releasing the burden of anger from your own heart. It is about choosing peace over pain, love over fear. True forgiveness comes from understanding that both you and your twin are human, learning, growing, stumbling. It is recognizing that their actions often stemmed from their own wounds, just as yours have. It is seeing the soul behind the behavior and choosing to love that soul even when the personality falls short. Forgiveness often begins with forgiving yourself. Many twin flames carry guilt or regret over things they said or did during periods of struggle. Holding on to that self-blame keeps you trapped. When you forgive yourself, you free your heart to love more fully. Sometimes forgiveness happens naturally. Other times it requires conscious work, journaling, meditation, or simply setting the intention each day to release resentment a little more. It is not always instant. It is often a process, a daily choice. When you forgive, you clear the space between you and your twin for love to flow freely once again. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is one of the most powerful acts of love you can offer. Number 7, the test of unconditional love. The final and perhaps the most beautiful test is the test of unconditional love. It asks, can you love your twin without needing them to be different? Can you love them through their growth, their mistakes, their fears? Can you love without conditions, without ultimatums, without the need to control? Unconditional love does not mean accepting harmful behavior or abandoning your own needs. It means holding the space of love in your heart, regardless of external circumstances. It means loving your twin not because they make you happy or fulfill your desires, but simply because they are a part of you, a reflection of your own soul. This level of love is rare, profound, and transformative. It transcends the human need for validation and moves into the realm of the sacred. Living in unconditional love transforms the entire journey. Even if your twin is not yet ready for full union, your heart remains open. Even if challenges arise, you do not close off or harden. You remain rooted in love, in trust, in the knowing that what is meant for you can never truly be lost. Unconditional love is the flowering of the twin flame journey. It is the bliss after the tests, the peace after the storms. It is what makes the union not just a beautiful relationship, but a holy, eternal bond. The twin flame journey is not an easy path. It demands more from you than any other relationship will. It will stretch you, break you open, and ask you to become the highest, truest version of yourself. But through every test, every tear, every moment of faith, you are being prepared for a love that is unlike anything this world can offer. If you find yourself facing these tests, know that you are not failing. You are being forged. Each challenge is shaping you into the soul who can truly embrace divine union. And though the road may be long, the reward is eternal, a love that mirrors the deepest truth of your own soul. Keep walking, keep trusting, keep loving. Your twin flame journey is sacred, and the bliss that awaits you is more beautiful than you can even imagine. You are not alone. You are deeply loved, and the best is yet to come.